Hi, I'm Frank Colmenares, and at this point, I have not been vaccinated, but I understand the seriousness of the pandemic at hand. With that, what I felt that I needed was the first-hand experience from a source that I trust. So I took it upon myself to connect with a friend of mine and follow them through their vaccination journey. In doing so, I also filmed the entire process, every step of the way, and then sat down with that friend to ask some questions about her experience post-vaccination. The purpose of this video is not to dispute any of your feelings, theories, or oppositions. I simply wanted to make available the information that I felt was vital to me, so that in turn, you can utilize it in making decisions for yourself, if this in any way can assist. Introduce yourself and tell us about some of your initial thoughts prior to getting the vaccine.
My name is Sylvia Baird. Well, it's interesting because I'm one of the few lucky people who had COVID twice. So having it twice, I was almost reluctant to get the vaccine because I was afraid that it would trigger something and I'd get it a third time. And that's just something I made up in my own head. And I was like, I didn't want any more chemicals in my body, and I'm not gonna do it, And then it was like, well, that doesn't make any sense. There's no rationale to that. So I said, better to be safe than sorry, because I don't want to get it a third time. So when I heard about the vaccine, and I had a lot of the reluctance that a lot of people have, shots, side effects, can I get it easily? Are the people going to be nice to me? All those kind of things that I think a lot of people struggle with. So I decided I'd do it.
Talk about your vaccination experience.
Walking through the door was wonderful. The people there greeted you. It was an easy process. It flowed very nicely. The people were very, very helpful. And it was really nice to see that they could accommodate different people. So I saw people that were speaking different languages. I saw people that were in wheelchairs. I saw people in walkers. And it was just a very pleasant experience. Everybody was very upbeat. And when I got my first shot, I almost didn't even feel the injection. She was really good. She said she had been a veteran nurse for many years, so it was a very, very pleasant process.
Bring us back to the very beginning, step by step. Walk us through the entire vaccination process.
So walked in, got greeted, signed in. They had my name and information already. Went to the table, handed me my paperwork, asked a few questions to rule out any allergies, things like that, and simply walked from there to the next station where I waited. I think the whole process of actually, between the time I got there and the time I got my shot, might have been 10 minutes at the most, 15 at the most. So I went in, got my shot, and then after the shot, we had to wait with a little timer, and just to make sure there were no side effects. So that was kind of nice. So it was like you had people chatting, even though we were wearing a mask, we could still chat. And while I was there, nobody seemed to have any reaction. And ran into some friends that I hadn't seen in 10, 15 years, also getting their shots. And then I was on my way from there. And then the second time, same. I think I waited a little bit longer. It seemed like there were more people that showed up at the same time for the second shot. But the same process, very pleasant people, very well organized. And they talked while we were waiting to see if there was any reactions. They kept checking on us, making sure we were feeling okay. It was all in all, it was a very pleasant day, even though I was a little more anxious, I think, the second time because of the rumors that the second injection seemed to come with more side effects, but it didn't.
Is there any advice that you can offer somebody that may have some worries in the back of their mind causing them to be on the fence about whether or not to get vaccinated?
Go to somebody you know and trust and look like you and see what they say, especially if they've taken the vaccine too. Or if they're professionals in the field. We have doctors, we have nurses, we have physician's assistants, we have different people. Get the information, read, do your research, and then it's up to you.
Would you confidently recommend that everybody at this point get the vaccination?
I absolutely would recommend that people get their vaccines. If for no other reason than it allows you to open your circle a little bit. People that want to see you, miss you terribly, will now be able to see you. You know, even if we're still wearing the masks, which I think we probably will be for a while, but still, why not protect yourself? Um, and like I say, if the fear is there, say it, you know, and don't just pretend that it's not happening. So I absolutely would recommend getting the vaccine, especially because the side effects were not not what I was afraid of. So, and I'm not a big fan of getting shots. So, yeah. So I absolutely would recommend it. And there's a lot of literature out there that you can get from lots of different places. I've seen lots of different infomercials and pamphlets and commercials and lots of them talking about people of color and talking about their experiences, and some of those people I respect a lot. So
Here is the COVID-19 vaccination experience of Sylvia Baird. I hope that in some way this information is useful in making your decision. In any case, let us all at the very least commit to becoming informed and doing whatever it is that we can with the best interests of ourselves, our loved ones, and neighbors in mind to be as safe as possible.